Classroom. I'm Zaya Tom.
I'm Jagger. Coming up on this edition, we're showing off our thumbs. Green thumbs, that is.
Just ahead, we'll meet a guy who's keeping his eye on the future of farming. In fact, he's come up with a more efficient way of fertilizing crops.
Ever wonder what it will take to explore Mars? Well, to get there, you'll have to ride in one of these. To walk around, you'll have to wear a suit like this. And according to Mike Dixon at the University of Guelph, you'll also need a garden built for space.
We can't leave this planet without green plants. We can go to the space station. The space station is just a few hundred kilometers away, and so we can resupply it. Even the moon is only 3 days away, so we can even contemplate resupplying and maintaining bases on the moon with supplies from Earth. But going to Mars is a bit different.
A mission to Mars could last several years. Martian explorers will have to grow at least some food on their own. Those plants will have to endure extreme conditions, and with human survival at stake, failure is not an option.
Most of the science that we're investigating here is not particularly revolutionary. It's the way the planet works. The challenge is putting it all into a small enough box that we can actually get it off the planet reliably and then have that technology function reliably and indefinitely because it's our life support machine.
Enter the Martian garden. For now, it's the closest scientists can get to growing plants on another planet. Known as a higher plant chamber, it's a self-contained hydroponic garden, a place where scientists can mimic many conditions they'll face on the moon or even Mars.
It's not really an accident that Canadians are doing this. I mean, the next worst place after a snowbank in Canada to grow a plant has got to be the moon. So we come by this technical challenge very honestly.
If Dixon sounds proud, he has reason to be. The system is about to leave Guelph for Barcelona. It's Canada's contribution to the European Space Agency's Melissa project, an international effort to develop life support for long-term missions.
Very exciting. We've been waiting for it for the last year, so it was great to see it already finished.
To use the garden, seeds are planted in special trays. Today, it's lettuce seeds. The tray slides onto a track inside a small airlock. This lettuce will grow up sealed off from the normal earthly environment. Once the unit is sealed, Mike has to reach through a glove box to do his work. He pushes the tray along the track into the chamber. As it moves inside, it pushes trays containing older plants along the track. At the far end, mature plants slide out, ripe and ready for harvest.
What we're learning here is, can you do it in a sealed environment with a modified atmosphere, with a modified pressure? What are the sensor requirements? What are the limitations? Where are the really tough challenges that we have to overcome to reliably and indefinitely have plants supporting human life?
But the system isn't just to grow plants, it's to test them to the extremes of survival.
Energy and mass are the currencies of space travel. And virtually everything we're doing here in these controlled environments is aimed at driving down the mass and energy requirements.
A mission to Mars is still decades away. We'll need that time to perfect our green thumbs and discover which plants work best. But by the time we get there, we might just be ready to grow lunch, thanks to this garden in a box.
The Golden Pond Tropicals Farm looks like a peaceful place to raise exotic fish like koi and rainbow sharks.
Ready to go to market.
But appearances can be deceiving. There are predators everywhere, and they're eating the fish.
50 cents a piece, so it doesn't take long to add up.
It adds up to nearly $20,000 of tropical fish every year, gobbled up by egrets, herons, and osprey. And it all comes out of John Skidmore's pocket. Skidmore has tried everything to keep the birds away. Skidmore has...
Sable!
Including chasing them with his dogs Sable and Scout. Unfortunately, they're more interested in the rabbits.
Sit. I really like birds, but we have an incompatible existence.
But just when Skidmore is about to give up, JJ shows up. JJ is a scarecrow with a twist.
The average scarecrow, as far as tradition is concerned, is stuffed with hay. JJ is stuffed with electronics.
Electronics like a camera, a wireless router, and an e-box microcomputer, a sprinkler, and a sound system. Aside from the custom software and the system that controls the sprinklers, it's all over-the-counter computer equipment that can be controlled by a PDA.
The key technology is image processing. So it has an internet camera that takes pictures and feeds those pictures to the computer. The computer has a program that processes the picture. In essence, what it does is it looks at frames.
And when JJ detects a difference between frames, he attacks. With sprinklers, gunshots, and the sound of a hawk at 120 decibels. Either way, JJ is supposed to do what other scarecrows don't do all that well, actually scare the birds away.
Fish farmers cannot really shoot them. That's illegal for them to do. So we're helping deter the birds and also saving the fish farmers' profits and fish.
JJ was built by 4 University of South Florida computer science students for a science competition. The challenge was to deal with a real-world problem quickly and cheaply. 4 months and $500 later, JJ is now on the job. He tested well in the lab, but what about in reality? To find out, we need a bird.